Okay, start of day 5. I'm kind of excited because this guy, Dr. Eric Berg, who I've been following on YouTube for quite some time, who is all about keto, intermittent fasting, very knowledgeable on weight loss and stuff, is having a live discussion on keto and intermittent fasting. I'm going to see if I can ask him a question that has bugged me for so long that I can't really get an answer to when you go online. And that is my sensitivity to vinegar. Basically, every time I consume vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, I get ravenously hungry within a couple hours. Now, the only kind of answer I've seen related to why that happens, I saw on a Quora board or something. I don't think it was Reddit. It was some older forum where someone else was saying the same thing, and someone answered saying, well, it lowers your blood sugar, it'll increase ghrelin, it'll make you hungrier. But it's just weird because vinegar is always touted as like this, almost like this wonder thing that is supposed to actually help keep you full, help suppress appetite. For me, it does the opposite. And it's frustrating because you want to put vinegar in your food, you want to be able to have it in salads, and I can't tolerate it. It makes me overeat. So I'm going to see what he has to say about that if I'm able to call in. It's not a common thing, and I'm surprised there aren't more people who have experienced what I've experienced with it. You go on, you look up apple cider vinegar, you think it's like, this wonder food, and it helps you lose weight. But to me, it just drives cravings through the roof. So the show just began. I'm going to see if I can call in. Just hold and keep my volume low.
Any type of refined grain products, if you start elevating that in your diet, your vitamin B levels go way down because you need a lot of B to make you.
I'm not next. I don't know when I'm coming on.
So my question for you, my heart is racing, pounding so bad. I can't believe I'm talking to Dr. Eric.
All right, so you get some more questions, Steve. I'm going to go right to John from New York. Hey, John.
Hey, Dr. Berg, how are you?
Great. Thanks.
Thanks for taking my call. I'm calling in regards to apple cider vinegar. So within the last month or so, I've been trying to do keto, and I find that every time I have apple cider vinegar, if I put it on a salad or something, within a couple hours, I'm ravenously hungry. It almost like exacerbates food cravings for me. Initially, there'll be, a kind of appetite suppressant effect, but it's very short-lived, and ultimately it's making me eat more, and it's making me crave carbs, and I've narrowed it down to apple cider vinegar. So I'm wondering what you could tell me about maybe why that's happening or what I can do to stop that.
Yeah, good question. I think you probably want to hold off on taking that simply because apple cider vinegar has a big effect on lowering blood sugars. So, in your case, it could be lowering it a little bit too much. All of a sudden, you're going to get hungry. So you may not need it. It's not for every single person. So I would just not take it. Now, if you're taking it for digestive help, you can switch to something called betaine hydrochloride, but I probably would just hold off and not taking it. I do hear that comment occasionally, not often, so for certain people, it just will drop their blood sugars, which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes it might create more hunger. I think over time, when you start doing more keto and IF, your blood sugars and your insulin resistance will stabilize to the point where you can take it, but right now, I just hold off. Thanks, John.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, that makes sense. But the last thing he said, where he said, once your insulin starts to stabilize and you're doing intermittent fasting, you might not have that effect. So probably my system is not fit for that right now. It's just too strong. But it's pretty cool to talk to Dr. Berg directly, and it's also good to hear he's heard it once in a while. But it is a rarity. I'm in a very small percentage of people who have problems with that. But I have heard of betaine hydrochloric, but I don't need that. I have no problems digesting food. That's just for flavor and for getting the positive effects of of apple cider vinegar, but, well, better not have it. So, thanks, Dr. Berg.